New test results are out today, and they are painting a murky picture. Toronto's beaches are tested routinely in the summer, making sure they are safe for swimmers. But what about the rest of our waterfront? Lake Ontario Waterkeeper says its results show that more monitoring is needed. Chris Glover is live down by the waterfront tonight for us. And Chris, the spot that you're standing at didn't score as well as some of our beaches.
No, it didn't. Dwight, would you swim in the harborfront here?
Nope.
No, I don't think I would either, and a lot of people around town probably wouldn't, but an organization who monitors water quality says we should be able to, certainly because, especially down here at the harborfront with all these boats and kayaks and canoes, a lot of people are coming in contact with that water. The city tests water at its beaches daily during the swimming months, but only there. That leaves about 97% of the city's waterfront unchecked. Well, this summer, Lake Ontario Waterkeeper went checking 3 downtown harbor spots with dramatically different results. The Harborfront Canoe and Kayak Center off Reese Street did the best. 85% of the days tested, it passed.
No, it doesn't surprise me. I feel like everybody's just really harsh about Lake Ontario and just says that it's super gross. I actually went swimming back there a little while ago.
Each their own. Just because I wouldn't do it doesn't mean that it's not safe to do it.
I have seen some gross stuff flown in here, but I'd be totally all right with swimming in here.
Marina 4 under the Amsterdam Bridge was middle of the pack. 60% of the time, these waters passed. 40% of the days, it failed. Would you go swimming in this water?
No, not a chance. I don't even like boating in this water. I get splashed all the time. Sometimes it goes in my mouth. It's not a pleasant thing. You know, it's kind of sad that we have a great waterfront in the city and people don't maintain it. I think that's pretty sad. If this is not the worst, then I don't want to see the worst.
That'd be Bathurst Key. Water here passed 22% of the time and failed a whopping 78% of the days tested.
There's just more sewage and stormwater flowing into this location than anywhere else in the harbor.
Recommendations to the city: don't just test where people swim, test where we boat and canoe too. Launch real-time alerts at sewage discharge spots like they have in Kingston. And since scheduled waste management improvements will take years in Toronto, in the meantime, there should be crews out cleaning up the water. That may sound superficial, but in past summers, volunteers have found a whole treasure trove of disgusting things like condoms and tampons. While gross, that's also a potential health hazard.
I was surprised that 85% of the days were good quality at one of the harbor slips.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we want people to know. And if you compare that to the beaches, that location, Harborfront Canoe and Kayak Center, is as good or better.
On days when it rains, like today, for example, the water quality is actually worse than normal. So the organizer and her volunteers actually came to the harborfront each Wednesday, and that was their way to keep it random, and so therefore to keep the tests as accurate as possible.
All right, Chris, now they're calling for the city to test the water behind you like they do our beaches. Any chance that will actually happen, though?
Sure doesn't look like it. Toronto Public Health says that would be outside its mandate, and it says more study needs to be done to find out if that's a policy that should be changed. And the City of Toronto also said in that statement to me late this afternoon that it advises that no one should ever be swimming here in the inner harbor because of pollution and sewer water runoff. So, as you mentioned off the top, you're a smart man to not be swimming in this inner harbor, according to the City of Toronto.
Do not take a swim in the harbor. We'll take the advice. Thank you for that, Chris.